What's good, guys? Fancy Joe back here on a Fantasy Football Profile. Today, I am talking Detroit Lions running back DeAndre Swift. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have a ton of these fantasy profiles on the channel already. A ton more coming, over 100 this year. Ton of redraft content, basically everything you need. Values, busts, sleepers, league winners, running back rankings, wide receiver rankings, QB rankings, all that good stuff. So you're going to want to make sure you hit that subscribe button. Did I mention Dynasty content as well? Anyway, hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, I respond to them all. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Let's get into it. DeAndre Swift in 2021 was the RB19, averaged 13.7 points per game and half-point PPR. Let's look at his stats last season. 151 carries in 13 games, good for 617 rushing yards, 4.1 a pop. And then he had 62 receptions, and again, that's only in 13 games, 452 receiving yards, 7.3 a pop, 7 total touchdowns. One of the big things that DeAndre Swift has going for him is that the Detroit Lions have the third-ranked offensive line entering the season this year, according to Pro Football Focus. That's a huge team strength for them. They're going to open up those gaps in the running game for him. He's also great in the passing game. We see him excel in it year after year. It's definitely a talent that he has. He can continue to be targeted at a high level because he is such a weapon. Like I said, he's just really talented. He can really do it all. He's effective in all areas of the game. I think he's a guy who's on set, as long as he can stay healthy, he can really explode for fantasy football. There are more weapons around him this year as well. We saw the emergence of Amon-Ra St. Brown at the end of last year. J.J. Hockenson now is back healthy. They added Jameson Williams, who at some point in the season will be healthy enough to go. We think, there's no reason to believe he won't be in the season at some point, but it could be October. But for fantasy football, there's still a lot of the season to go. So yeah, I think DeAndre Swift's on pace for a giant year next year. They obviously still have Jamal Williams on the roster, but as the season progressed, we saw DeAndre Swift become that main guy and become more and more involved. I do think they'll give some of that first and second down work to Jamal Williams, but I think DeAndre Swift is going to get a lion's share of the work. Pun intended. No, that was an accident. But yeah, and really be a smash for fantasy football this year. I was ranked as a top 10 running back. I'm projected for 850 plus rushing yards, 70 plus receptions, 500 plus receiving yards, and 10 total touchdowns. He doesn't have to have a ton of touchdowns in this Detroit Lions offense for him to be an absolute stud for fantasy football because of the work he does in the receiving game. I think he's very similar to an Austin Eckler-esque player, and he's got the high draft capital, and one of the most talented players on that team. And when you got a quarterback like Jared Goff, you want to make things easy on him, and a running back like DeAndre Swift can do. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, fire them away in the comment section down below. I respond to all comments. This has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys so much for watching.